We have some Diablo 4 breaking news. Apparently, Blizzard has sent out a survey to a random pool of Diablo 4 players. And in this survey, they're asking for feedback on the game. I got my hands on a copy of that survey, and we're going to look into it. See you on the other side. Okay, so this is the email. In the center here of the screen is the body of the email, and in the top left corner is the subject line, and it basically says, X, now is your chance to help Blizzard improve our products and services. And then the body of the email is basically, Dear X, Blizzard Entertainment is constantly listening to its players to improve our games, events, merchandise, and services. Please take this quick survey, which should take only about 10 minutes. We value your feedback and appreciate your time in helping us understand players better. And then the next paragraph just basically says you can do it on your PC or mobile. It's going to be anonymous, and they're going to aggregate the data with other Blizzard gamers, and your feedback will help Blizzard improve fan experience across the globe. And it's a clickable link. Now, my viewer who sent this to me tried to retake the survey because they had already completed it when they mentioned it to me. But it wouldn't allow them to do it, to retake the survey. So I have a summary of the questions that they remember. So it looks like Blizzard was asking 22 questions. And according to my viewer, it was it started out with basic questions. So listing all the Diablo games and which one you played, you had to choose the ones you played. So it sounds like they wanted to know which Diablo games they played in the franchise. Then they asked if you started D4 as an adventurer or veteran. Then asked what's the highest level character you have on D4. Guess they're trying to find out casual, hardcore player. I guess they're trying to pinpoint which one they're talking to, right? Then the rest of the questions, next 10 or 15, were all about what would make the experience better for you. And some of the examples he cited was based on your experience and what you would like to see the most and what you would like to see the least. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. And I'll provide my commentary after we've gone through all of this. You can only choose one for most and least to each question. So some of the things they were asking for was, would you like to be able to trade legendary and unique items? Would you like or not like looking for group options? Would you like or not like having pets that follow you? Would you like or not like a mentor instructional guide? Thought this one was strange. I agree. Would you like or dislike endgame raids? Oh, please, yes. I would love raids in D4. Personal choice. Next several questions were slight variations with little changes. For example, having your character in cutscenes. Okay. Would you like or not like more cinematics? Would you like or not like more legendary and affixes? I think this question will have an overwhelmingly yes. Most. Having pets that follow you. Yes, it asked again several times. Okay, so I guess they're trying to see whether or not we really want pets. Looking for group options. Again, asked this several times. Now, the pet thing and the group option thing are very popular amongst the player base, and it's also something that got a lot of attention in all of the feedback uh, during all the stuff that was happening with D4. So it's not surprising they're honing in on those two questions to see, and they want to validate it if it is really that popular. I can go on and on. Some of the other questions that I can think of were, again, choose only one for most and least. So the store, Blizzard store, I'm not touching that one. Having NPCs follow you, help you. I guess this is for a quest. Um, this could be for quest, but I also think some of the quests, when you're doing it and the NPCs are following you around, it becomes very annoying when you get sidetracked from that quest and the NPC is still following you around. So maybe that's what they're kind of addressing. I don't know. Pets that fight for you. Interesting. Epic boss fights. Well, everybody wants that. Dungeons. I think we've had our fair share of dungeon play so far in this game. And leaderboards. Then the last two questions were, and he doesn't remember the exact wording, how likely would you be playing D4 next week? Was a strange question, I thought. I agree with you. That is an odd question. Wow. How likely would you be playing D4 next week? Okay, so if this survey was given out, season 2 isn't dropping for another month. So that is an odd question. And then of course they were given the option maybe, no, and yes. Okay, then they finished the survey with asking the players for a summary in detail of what you thought and what improvements you would make. On this section, well, I'm not going to share what my viewer wrote, but he basically says that he went on and wrote them a little book and detailed a lot of the frustrations he has. So very interesting. Okay, so my take on this. I think this is a step in the right direction. I'm actually applauding Blizzard for doing this. I think it shows a willingness to listen and to gather feedback from its player base. So Blizzard, I applaud you. This is great. I think it's a good sign when a company does a survey, and if they genuinely listen to the feedback, then I think this is only going to serve Diablo 4 well. So I applaud that. And I have to say, when I got this information, I got a little bit more optimistic about Diablo 4 for the future. I know we're quite a ways away from it being the game that we want, but this is a good sign. And I want to applaud Blizzard for doing this. I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't get a survey, but I understand they're not going to survey everyone. Like all surveys, it's just random and it goes out to random people, players in this case. So I do think this is a good thing. I found some of the questions very interesting. I like the fact that they're trying to establish what the player base wants. Do they want pets? Do they want looking for groups? Do they want more affixes and uniques? Like, these are all questions that, in my opinion, are questions that are heading into where the core of the player base, these are things that they want. So if I think the response to the survey is going to be the way I think potentially down the road, as the game gets fixed season to season, we may end up with a polished game in 3 or 4 seasons. So that's really, really great news. I will say this. The timing of these fixes to me is very important. And yesterday I did a video on how PoE 2 beta testing is coming in the summer. And I think Blizzard needs to be very cognizant of that, and that they need to get this game at a polished state before that. And then also, we know that they announced annual expansions. And I really hope it's not just a money grab, okay? Because the player base deserves a finished, polished game before any annual expansion happens. However, this survey, in my opinion, is a plus in going in the right direction, and I applaud Blizzard for showing another sign of trying to get information from their players and implementing it into the game. Only time will tell if that happens, but I wanted to share with you this survey and just the overview of kind of the questions and what they were asking. I want to thank my viewer that sent this to me. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry I can't highlight you and show your name, but I'm doing it in order to protect you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you found this video informative. I'm trying to keep you up to date with all the Diablo 4 news as quickly as it happens. So let me know your thoughts. Hey, did you get the survey? How did you find it? If there's any question that you found relevant that I didn't highlight in this video, if you could please put it into the comment section, I would appreciate it. All of us would appreciate it. I'd like to flesh out all the questions. If there's people watching this video that got the survey that I didn't highlight in this video, please throw it in the comment section. We'd all love to read it. And if you could like or comment on this video, I would appreciate it. And obviously, if you could subscribe, it would mean the world to me. We've gotten a lot of subscribers in the last 30 days. It's been my best 30 days ever in the 2 months that I've started aggressively on my YouTube channel. So to all the new subscribers, thank you, welcome, and thank you. And for those of you that jumped on early and subscribed early and have been supporting me since day one, thank you so much. You have no idea what it means to me. And as always, thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next.